skills go hand in hand with brutal knockouts. A love for pole dancing doesn't stop him from being fearless in the cage, skateboarding, and an iron chin, a smile that never leaves his face, and a deep void within his soul. Payton Talbott is a walking contradiction, breaking all the norms of MMA. Yet he remains undefeated in nearly 20 fights and loves to entertain the crowd with savage knockouts. So, where did this future champion and potential legend of the fight world come from? Payton Talbott was born on October 9th, 1998 in Las Vegas, Nevada. From a young age, he showed a natural affinity for physical activities, excelling in football and basketball. However, his true passion was skateboarding. He spent countless hours at local skate parks, honing his skills and developing a love for the sport that would later influence his fighting style. But besides sports, Payton enjoyed spending time with what he called weird friends with a weird sense of humor.
Beep, beep. I like to say the reason that my friends have such a messed up sense of humor is because of our childhood, of what we did for fun.
Tire push, 505. That was pretty sick. That was pretty cool, man.
One of the things being the game of games. Somehow, just out of boredom, we created this game where we take a full deck of cards and we write challenges on each card, and then we put them in to like the pages in a book. You scatter them in, and we go around in a circle until we complete all the challenges. And you have to pull a card out randomly, and you have to do whatever the card says.
Yeah.
And that game has led us to do some pretty messed up things. I've witnessed a lot of my friends being beaten with a sock full of coins. Another thing we did was like, I had to drink a shot curated of whatever mixture my friends put in it.
But at least it's just a shot.
Yeah, but I had food poisoning for 2 days. I actually threw up violently for 2 days straight.
Oh shit, they like fucked you up.
Dude, they put like expired dog food in it.
Oh.
Like, I don't even know if like everything was edible that they put in. You know, we found that fun while everybody else was playing, you know,
apples to apples.
Two-hand touch.
Payton Talbott's journey into combat sports began with wrestling. He started wrestling in middle school, covering grades 6 through 8, and continued throughout high school. Despite his commitment to wrestling, Talbott developed a strong dislike for grappling. He often describes it as fake and lame, indicating a preference for striking and more dynamic aspects of fighting. His disdain for grappling is evident in his humor, as he jokes that his favorite grappling move is the one where you get back up.
And then there was a time I was jumped at 18.
Oh yeah.
On my birthday party, on my 18th birthday party. These guys wanted to show up. I threw this crazy party. They didn't look like they needed to be in the party, so I didn't let them in. And they had a problem with that. So 2 of the girls they were with started beating the shit out of 2 of the girls I was with.
Damn. What, so they got in the house?
No. Everybody was like out at front for some reason.
It's just a house party?
Yeah, and I went to pull one of the girls off of the girl I was with, and I got tackled before I could even finish doing that, and I turned around and the guy just like brandished a gun,
oh shit,
pulled his waistband up, and I looked up at 3 guys and was like, and I just had to let them beat the shit out of me. My friend was like 10 feet away with a gun pointed to his head, and they were telling him to strip.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is outside?
Yeah, right outside of my house in like a nice neighborhood. Well, my parents were at the casino like downtown because I told them like I was throwing a party for my 18th, like get out of the house.
18-year-old Talbott.
And they're like, all right, we'll let you. And then they get a call at 3 in the morning from the cops. Like they called the police and everything because they had guns and we thought they were gonna get shot.
Payton's journey into the world of fighting began in a rather unconventional way. Once, Talbott was sitting in a diner with his father. While they were eating, a trailer for a Conor McGregor fight was playing on TV. At that time, he didn't know who McGregor was. But as soon as his father started mimicking the Irishman's accent and phrases, Payton became immediately interested in Conor's persona. After asking his father about McGregor, Talbott began watching Conor's highlights and knockouts, which sparked his interest in striking techniques. After that, he stumbled upon mixed martial arts. One day, while skateboarding at his favorite park, he noticed a group of fighters training in a nearby gym. Intrigued by their discipline and technique, he decided to give it a shot. From the moment he stepped into the gym, Payton was hooked. He dedicated himself to learning the art of fighting with the same passion he had for skateboarding. At 18, Talbott walked into the Reno Academy of Combat, a moment he recalls vividly. He felt his stress melt away as he took his first beating in the gym. It was humbling, and he fell in love with the sport. Since then, Talbott has remained loyal to this gym, dedicating nearly every day to training. Unlike most, Payton decided to approach his career wisely and was in no hurry to compete as a professional. At first, he decided to compete as an amateur. His first opponent was Ernesto Villegas. The fight took place during the King of the Cage, Future Legends events, and was quite a bout. Both fighters were highly pumped before the fight.
Talbott! Gentlemen from Houston, California, presenting Ernesto Villegas.
The rounds lasted for 1 minute and 12 seconds in total. Throughout that time, Payton moved like none other than Sean O'Malley.
Keep going for something and wearing himself out, but dang, he's taking a beating right now.
Tables have turned all of a sudden. Talbott keeping him up against the cage, landing some.
During the start of the fight, both fighters exchanged quite a few kicks and jabs.
Talbott, a nice kick.
By the end of the first round, Payton Talbott had slammed Villegas into the steel and knocked him down to deliver a few nasty punches.
When you get hit in the body like that, it wears your energy out and it just takes your conditioning away. There ain't no recovery from that.
And that will conclude.
As soon as round 2 started, Talbott continued to deliver the blows.
We had a nice, fast-paced, explosive first round here. Both fighters still look very fresh and ready to go. I'm excited to see where it goes.
They're going good, and Talbott,
Soon enough, he put Villegas against the steel once again.
He did his opponent right there. I mean, he's coming in, attacking the body, getting those straight jabs right on the chin of him.
A few more nasty punches, a rear naked choke, and Payton emerged as the winner.
He's not doing much to defend himself too well. Good job on turning around. Now let's pop out of there. He's going to get your back.
Just like that, Talbott trying to sink in that rear naked choke. Can he get it?
He's stretching
it possible.
There
There's the tap. And that's it.
Another great clash Payton has under his belt was against Joseph Lee. Both men wasted no time in taking each other on, exchanging nasty jabs and hooks.
Pedal to the metal. Turbo mode. Right now fighting for that position here. Joseph Lee with the overhand, the overhook on the neck there. Things are just so fast at this point.
The fight lasted 3 rounds, but Talbott was somewhat dominated throughout it.
He's going wild here, and Lee's just a bit confused, and this is somewhat of an advantage.
Lee started the second round with a kick to the knee, but it didn't work in his favor for long.
Against him, turns around on Lee. Both fighters still looking fresh.
By the end of the round, Talbott had Lee pinned down to the ground.
Never know. Payton doing the right thing.
Talbott continuing to punish Joseph Lee. Maintaining that back control. He's got that nice body triangle. He's definitely going to be there for a while unless Joseph Lee can break out of this. Just may get saved by the bell though.
Round 3 was an aggressive clash dominated by Talbott, who eventually won by TKO.
He's just relentless. Like I said, he keeps smothering Lee. Just as soon as you think Lee gets out, he's right back underneath. Oh, this ain't good.
Lee just taking the punishment from Talbott.
What a way to solidify this fight. Round 3 closing on in for Talbott.
Talbott just continuing to punish Lee.
And scoring massive points in the midst of things. He's going to finish strong here tonight. But to Lee's credit, he hung in there. He stuck it out.
Now onto his clash against Taylor Cuisino. This was a short fight that lasted a mere 42 seconds. The fight started with Taylor throwing a few punches, but Payton soon capitalized.
Body kick. Quizno coming in, throwing those kicks, hands down.
Quizno just coming off with straight heat. Talbot just waiting for that opportunity, kind of learning a little bit more about his opponent. Talbot going for his stand-up as well with these fighters.
Quick check left, though. Catches Talbot clean. He's hurt.
Taylor, however, retaliated with some knees to the ribs.
But he was just out on his feet.
No, it was crazy. I mean, yeah, I wasn't sure if he was going to step back from that so quickly. And now
almost knocked me out.
To recover here.
Yo, why are you like...
The Quizno is not going to let out the pressure.
Like that.
When he hit me?
No, like your hand, not like your...
Oh, get out of there.
Talbot just throwing...
Yeah, after he hit me?
Yeah, it was like...
Because I was about to hit him, and then I just like blacked out.
Oh,
like my body froze.
I thought you were like trying to block
Talbot throwing more knees.
He managed to get the upper hand, but in the end, it was Payton who secured a win via TKO.
One-two down the middle. Right uppercut, barely misses. Good body kick.
Talbot now.
Away now.
Quizno just forced to defend, nothing else. Body shot.
Body. Oh, it's over.
Payton's next fight after this loss was against Cameron Sandoval and took place a few months later. It was a brute clash where both men engaged in defensive and offensive tactics.
Now, this is a championship fight. This is still 3 minutes around for amateurs, but for 5 rounds. You know, a little bit more time to work with here.
Yeah, I mean, those 5 rounds, it helps you, for when you try to capture the pro. Definitely. It gives you more time. Okay, you know what? We'll fight 3 minutes, and we'll do 3 fights.
But Payton soon put Cameron against the steel and began to capitalize.
Sandoval, though, proving to be a very tough opponent, throwing some nice strikes. Some good power behind that.
He held Cameron up against the steel to deliver a few mean blows and later locked him in a submission maneuver. Round 2 was again dominated by Payton, who didn't let his opponent get up from the ground. Towards the end of round 3, Payton locked in the rear naked choke once again to secure a win.
There it is. Is it deep? That's it. Talbot takes the...
After this fight, Payton decided to sit out the entire 2020, partly due to the COVID pandemic. You might think that he spent this time trying to become a better fighter. And this is partly true, but we must not forget about Talbot's unique personality. He is interested not only in various physical activities, but also in culture, art, and in short, different ways of expressing himself.
Still like Star Wars 3. I'm not all upset about the new Star Wars. Like they are what they are. They're like, they've done their own thing with it, but Star Wars 3 is still a masterpiece.
I watched that shit the other night. It's fucking amazing. I mean, people roasted his performance like crazy, but...
What, for 3?
Yeah, I mean, like... I hate you! Like, he's so good. He's so
good, yeah.
You're my brother, Anakin!
Yeah, that's amazing. Choreography.
So
but like,
good.
I mean, I liked XXX before he was anything.
Yeah.
And then he got popular, and I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't like, oh, I remember when, like... It's like, yeah, cool, you guys are finally with it now.
You think he got set up by Drake?
Look at my eyes, you guys want to do something?
All right, let's talk about some niche interests. We like to gatekeep a lot of stuff from you guys. Lately, I've been super into the DJing stuff, which you guys know of. Some of my favorite hard groove DJs, if you guys are looking for hard groove or hard techno. Schlar, or I think it might be pronounced Schlar. D-Dan, there's this guy on TikTok named like 316 Heel Bite. Another niche guy, Trevor Stewart. He's becoming not so niche. Just met him recently, super cool dude. He's like blending fashion and music and motorcycle riding. One of my favorite editors, Parkus. Parkus.
Yeah.
Yep. I got into editing because of anime editing.
Oh, you're talking about that type of stuff.
Yeah. She's like my, well, she I think Parkus is boy to girl. Very attractive girl now. Best anime editor.
Yeah, you like that
actually,
smooth shit.
Yeah, that's why I got into editing,
Yeah.
and like I look at that stuff every day, and I'm just like, oh man, I love that stuff. It just makes me so like, makes me feel like a little kid. Makes me all giddy. William over here edits on his computer. I edit on my iPhone.
Yep.
Which is, yeah, it's like impressive that I can do it all on the iPhone, but it's becoming a crutch because I'm like, dude, when the phone takes like 4 minutes to load a clip that you're trying to load, it's
that's
like,
the problem.
it's like that's whatever, how much time you think the edit is gonna take to make, it always ends up being double because you have to like render and export and put it into.
The first time I ever got, shout out Hunter Freeman. Hunter Freeman put me on to Kimbo's Slice. It was like the OG Street Fight video where his eye, he knocks this guy's eye out of his eye socket, and that was like the first time I had seen such like street fight brutality. Flash forward years later, I'm working with a guy that's scanned into a video game, is a fighter, and I get to be like, have your ass get kicked by Kimbo Slice.
Payton's unique personality and hobbies set him apart from other fighters. While most fighters spend their free time training, resting, or studying fight footage, Payton can often be found at the skate park, perfecting his tricks and pushing the boundaries of what he can do on a skateboard. His love for skateboarding isn't just a hobby, it's a passion that has deeply influenced his fighting style. His balance, agility, and creativity on the skateboard translate seamlessly into the octagon, giving him an edge that few other fighters possess. One of the highlights of Payton's skateboarding journey was meeting the legendary Tony Hawk. This encounter was more than just a fan moment. It was a merging of two worlds that Payton holds dear. Tony Hawk, a pioneer in the world of skateboarding, recognized Payton's talent and unique blend of skills, offering him tips and encouragement that fueled his passion even more. This meeting was not only a dream come true for Payton, but also a testament to his dedication and skill in both skateboarding and fighting. Payton's worldview is shaped by his diverse interests and experiences. He sees fighting not just as a sport, but as an art form. His time on the skateboard taught him to see the world differently, to find new angles and approaches, which he applies in his fights. This perspective makes him a formidable and unpredictable opponent in the octagon. He approaches each fight with the same creativity and ingenuity that he brings to the skate park, always looking for new ways to outmaneuver and outthink his opponents. Now on to one of his more recent fights that took place in 2021. This time, Payton was up against Alex Gamas. The fight lasted for a total of 2 rounds. At the start of the fight, Payton delivered a kick to the knee, and Alex was quick to retaliate with a kick of his own to Payton's jaw. The effects of this were short-lived though, as Payton dropped him to the ground with a mean punch. Round 1 was a fierce display of power between the two fighters, but it was Payton who came out on top. Round 2, on the other hand, was completely dominated by Payton, who secured a win via KO within seconds. After this fight, Payton Talbott's record became 5-0. He considered this sufficient and decided to retire as an amateur and turn professional. His first opponent as a professional was Abdicabo Kaldar. The match started like any other, with a fierce combination of kicks, jabs, and grapples.
Reddish pants on. Oh, nice uppercut. Oh man, that uppercut, that put Talbott on notice. These guys are throwing so hard. That was a nice jab by Talbott.
Now they're exchanging leg kicks.
Kaldar appeared to be dominant in the initial stage of the match.
Do a takedown though. Yes. Ooh. I hope that he can lock up those legs and then grab onto the arms. Oh, that was Talbott who's grabbing onto the arms. I mean, this is just a position that all MMA fighters spend so much time working on. It'd be nice if he could stabilize it and stay right there, but Talbott doesn't seem like that's what he wants.
Yeah, he's working on taking the back now. He doesn't have his hooks in.
By the end of round 1, he had Payton pinned to the floor.
Well timed. He's on his way down. He's got a what? What does he need to do to turn this into a takedown? Oh, he got it. You know, that seems to be one of his favorite takedowns. I think that's the second time that he's gotten it exactly like that.
Yeah, and he's done it in a lot of his previous fights too. Okay, we've got coming up on the end of the round.
Payton managed to regain control of the fight to a certain extent.
Oh man, we had the beckoning hands coming from...
By the end of round 2, it was Payton who emerged victorious.
The face. At least...
Oh, hard. No, it's over.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that was one.
His next fight took place in February of the following year, and this time he was up against Billy Brand. Payton appeared to be quite aggressive at the beginning and asserted himself over Brand in under a minute.
Talbot standing a little bit tall.
Oh,
caught the kick.
Good catch by Talbot. Good left hand.
Yeah, right on the cage. You can't be on the cage when you're fighting a tall guy. Nice check. Ooh.
Low kick, high right.
The little fake kick to the... Good head movement by these guys. Ooh, good knee. Caught the leg, though.
Yep.
It's a good fight.
So far, so good.
Trying to get that tie plum.
Brand capitalized towards the end of the first round and finished it on a high. In the second round, however, it was Payton who came out on top as he showcased his brute force.
It's usually before. It's business once they...
Right, once cage door closes.
Once you start hitting them, they shut up pretty good.
Usually, that's how I would think.
Great fight. Big overhand.
Brand catching Talbot with that right hand.
He looked, if he either shot or he got caught.
I'm not sure.
Billy's in trouble. Shot.
Okay. Catches the right hand, catches a knee. Brand's got to do something quick here. He's up.
He's up.
Talbot is putting the business to him right now.
Billy could survive this. He's going to get his tongue chopped off.
That's right.
Sticking his tongue out, getting punched
10
like
seconds
that.
left in round number 2.
I hope it goes another round.
I don't see Frank Trigg stopping this fight.
Round 3 of the fight was no different than round 2 and was dominated by Payton, who, in the end, secured a KO.
Yeah, this is not the time to be showboating.
Oh my God.
Frank Trigg, I think, is going to step in here pretty soon.
Billy might be tougher than his own good.
Yeah.
Oh, the elbow lands. It's going to be all bad.
Frank's keeping a close eye on this.
Oh, big shot by Billy.
Now Talbot's talking a little smack.
Oh my, what a fight.
Woo! Frank's going to step in here. Those are unanswered shots that Billy Brand's catching right on the chin.
Billy's tough, man.
Yep. Frank's getting ready.
Tough.
Oh, coming back. Oh, I think Frank might have got a shot too.
Next up on the list was Hector Fajardo. This fight took place in May 2022 and was the most important fight of Talbot's career because it was a bantamweight title fight. The fight had a fairly even start where both fighters matched each other in skill and force.
It looked like a little stutter step back. Nice offline punch by Hector.
With the redness on the face.
Whoa!
I was just...
Whoa!
I was just going to say, with the redness on the face of Fajardo, I think Payton Talbott might have some power in those hands, some deceptive power, Uriah.
He put him right on his butt and let him get back up. He didn't even go for the kill. I think he's in the stalking mode. I don't think that was a mistake. I think he knows what he's doing. We'll see if it pays off.
Goes for a flying knee, misses.
After overcoming his opponent throughout the round, Payton was quick to capitalize and end the round on top.
Nice. He's going to take him down at the end of the round. Short time here, and that's the way to put a stamp on this round in the judges' eyes, Uriah.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely say, from the looks of things.
Round 2 was not much different, as Payton, with his sheer aggression, pinned Hector down to the ground and managed to keep him there.
He's still in it. He's still in it. Wow. Stepped in yet. Remember, this is the title.
Small opportunity. There's a lot at stake here.
He's going to give him a chance to get back to his feet. You know what? He's weathered the storm so far.
I'm going to tell you, both these guys have landed punches that other people could not take. Payton looks like a beast right here. That was a flush kick, flush punch, wobbled him. You have to be in amazing shape to not be put out.
He's going to go for the leg here, Uriah.
Nice shot.
He then ended the round in a similar fashion and secured a win via TKO.
No. Let's go.
Fajardo goes down. Talbott looks to
He's going, go, Talbott.
Bernstein's taking a close look. He's going to stop it. Payton Talbott is your new A1 bantamweight champion.
After such a flashy victory and winning the title, Payton appeared before us in his classic appearance, featuring his tattoos and the meaning behind them.
What does Payton Talbott's tattoo mean? I assume you guys are talking about this one, and it's just a hole that goes through my body, represents an internal void, emptiness, lack of emotion.
Payton's clash against Anthony Jimenez took place in October 2022. Both men looked energetic at the start of the fight, but Payton, with a missed punch, found himself in some trouble soon after.
Tonight against Anthony Jimenez.
Talbot just waved off the knuckle tap.
I don't think he's too happy about the weight loss.
No, I don't think so either.
Mishap. You know, he made his commitment.
I like the way you just said that, Uriah.
Absolutely, and right away.
Payton, however, managed to recover and ended the round on a high.
He's walking through some of these punches and lands some of his own. Payton, the way he drops guys with one punch and doesn't follow him up, it's just a testament to that power. And power is something that's a gift a lot of times.
Yeah.
Definitely got it.
It's a gift and a curse, though, because you can rely on it too much.
Right, that's true.
That's when somebody can catch you in the middle of it.
And it's very short time here, 10 seconds left in round number 1. Payton Talbott, Anthony Jimenez, a scheduled 3 rounds for the title.
The aggression from Payton continued in round 2 as well.
Payton Talbott, I mean, right now,
oh wow, he's still throwing
though. I stand corrected, but now Talbot takes him down.
You know what happened? I think he was hurt to the body.
Yeah.
From this point onward, it didn't take long for Payton to secure a win via TKO.
Talbot going for a head.
Oh, he's
going for a arm triangle.
He had it for a second.
Jimenez slipped out.
Jimenez was able to turn into him and sort of lose it.
Man, you know.
The fight started with both men putting up a display of stunning power and force.
Wow, nice shot.
Rivas can grapple, that's for sure. And this is the first time we've seen Payton Talbot get taken down that easily.
Yeah. His debut, the first round, I would say. But Talbot has definitely shown the ability to negate that and to overcome that. But you know, the easiest way to negate an opponent's range is to take them down. You know, I always laugh and say everyone's the same height when they're lying flat on the back.
Absolutely.
Everyone looks great with the lights off too, Corey.
I've used that one for
Uriah. Uriah the Creeper. What is happening right now? Payton Talbot in trouble right now.
Rivas is doing a great job.
Yeah, he's manhandling Payton. Lands some hammer fists.
This is the first time I've seen Talbot in some sort of controlled trouble, and he's not able to get out right away.
From what I've seen from Talbot, this is the way you beat him. Like, he's one of those guys that he's very good at luring people into his fight and very good at getting into those like barn burners, like we saw with Billy, like we saw with Hector, and even the first guy that he, I think he got a TKO against him.
By the end of round 1, the winner could not be determined.
He's going to finish it. We only have 3 rounds, so we don't have 5 rounds in this title.
Right. Payton Talbott, for his part, guys, is coming off of a flying knee round 2 knockout over Anthony Jimenez back in October of 2022 here at A1 Combat when he successfully defended that title.
That was improvement. He made an adjustment on his own there to stuff that takedown and get that underhook.
But how do you have that fight?
But towards the end of the fight, Payton showcased his power once again with a TKO.
He plays 3 or 4 different instruments. He plays the guitar. He plays the
degree in psychology. But Rivas, though, he's got heart. But listen.
This victory convinced the leadership of the UFC to give Payton a chance, and he was invited to the Dana White Contenders show, where the winner receives a contract with the UFC. The opponent who confronted Talbot for the opportunity to get into the UFC was Reyes Cortez Jr., brother of Tracy Cortez, one of the best fighters in the UFC. Cortez did not let his Mexican compatriots down and became the first fighter to force Payton to a decision. Although it was a landslide victory, the fact that it was a decision win rather than a finish gave Talbot pause. After dominating the regional circuits, Payton faced a whole new level of competition. The transition period came with its own set of challenges. He had to adapt to the higher skill level and increased pressure that comes with fighting in the UFC. His first few months were a mix of rigorous training, studying potential opponents, and adjusting his strategy to compete at the elite level. Talbot's approach to fighting is as much mental as it is physical. He loves figuring out his opponents, aiming to know them better than their closest friends. When my opponent is at his best, then I usually fight at my best, Talbot says. This psychological edge is a significant part of his strategy, allowing him to anticipate moves and counter them effectively. Consistency in training and diet is crucial for Talbot. He surrounds himself with a positive and supportive circle, ensuring he stays motivated and focused. Music is another passion that plays a vital role in his mental well-being, helping him stay relaxed and enjoy the process leading up to a fight. Talbot's success isn't just about his skills inside the octagon, it's also a testament to his resilience and personal growth. He acknowledges that life hasn't always been easy, especially during his late teens, when he faced the mental challenges that come with growing up and finding purpose. These experiences have shaped him into the composed and focused fighter he is today. Payton Talbott isn't just a fighter. He's a person with many interests and hobbies that set him apart from others in the MMA world. What makes Talbot unique is his range of activities outside the cage. He loves skateboarding, cliff jumping, climbing, and even pole dancing. The latter activity caused the hardcore MMA audience to speculate about Payton's sexuality. In addition to his striking appearance, which includes piercings and painted nails, some believed he might be gay or bisexual. Former middleweight champion Sean Strickland led the speculation. Payton, however, had a sharp response to these assumptions during an interview, firmly addressing the remarks and asserting his individuality.
It's hard for people when they see somebody that they can't box in to their own parameters that they're used to. They just come up with a word that, they feel like they can box them into. And I think it's really hard for MMA fans to put me in a box. And I hope so. I hope I'm very hard to box in because I don't like being, a boxable guy. So, yeah, I don't know. A lot of times that's gay. He's a gay dude, or he's zesty, or he's this, or he's that. And I just think people have a really hard time characterizing me into this identity of a fighter. But I'm trying. Hopefully, maybe someday that changes what the expectations are of a fighter. We're not just
mules that go out there and beat the shit out of each other. We're actual people with hobbies.
Talbott's love for skateboarding is particularly strong. He believes that skateboarding helps him maintain his balance and coordination, which are crucial in MMA. In his free time, you can often find him at a local skate park in Reno, a city with a tight-knit skateboarding community. Since Reno is a small city, you can go to any local skate park and find a group of unique people who share your interests. Skateboarding is an independent sport. Even though you might skate with a group, each skater has their own style. Skating has had a significant impact on fashion, music genres, and the youth of today. Talbott, as a local skateboarder, has seen these influences firsthand. In the community, each person learns and grows by mastering new tricks or just by skating regularly. The sport is open to everyone, creating an inclusive environment where anyone can join and feel welcome. Skating is an activity anyone can do, whether you are rich or poor, says Tyler Hammers, a fellow skater. One of the key lessons in skateboarding is embracing failure. When you go out to skate, it can be intimidating. However, no one at the park cares if you fall. It's understood that falling is part of the process. This acceptance of failure is a valuable lesson that skaters learn early on. Skating is not a sport you can learn and perfect overnight. It takes years of falling, bruising, and aching bones to get better. Talbott has learned that when you fall, it's important to get right back up. This resilience is crucial in both skating and fighting. The main lesson I've learned is to always keep trying and not stop till you get it, because it teaches you to put in the time, says Talbott. This determination is what drives him to succeed in both his hobbies and his professional career. As you can understand, since his victory on Dana White's Contender Series, Payton has been focused on improving his physical and mental skills to finish opponents again, just as he did on the regional scene. Nick Aguirre decided to test his progress, facing Talbott in his UFC debut. The work on his mistakes paid off, as Payton finished his opponent with a choke in the third round. What followed was the most significant performance in Payton's career, making him a star among MMA fans. Two bantamweight prospects met early in their careers. Talbott faced Cameron, the South African twink Saman. We would love to describe this confrontation vividly, but the problem is that there was no real contest. It seemed like Payton was fighting a child. He dodged and sometimes blatantly ignored Saman's strikes. Talbott jokingly caught his opponent's kicks and threw him into the cage, landing incredibly precise counterattacks between strikes. His knee strike was so powerful that probably everyone on the planet heard it.
Oh my God, spin knee! Talbott starting to go.
Cameron Saman endured 5 minutes of total beating and humiliation. But at the beginning of the second round, he simply couldn't withstand the barrage of precise and powerful strikes. After such a show, many started talking about Payton Talbott, and the pressure of being a young superstar began to weigh on his shoulders. Comparisons to Sean O'Malley, former bantamweight champion whose style and path to the top are very similar to Talbott's, added fuel to the fire. However, all the hype around Payton didn't affect him at all. He showed everyone that he was progressing every day and aimed at the bantamweight title. At UFC 303, he secured his fastest victory ever. With just one punch in 19 seconds, he destroyed his opponent, once again proving that he is currently the best young fighter in the world. Payton Talbott's journey from a skateboarder to a UFC fighter is nothing short of extraordinary. His unconventional path, combined with his relentless work ethic and innovative fighting style, makes him a standout in the world of mixed martial arts. Currently, this unconventional, out-of-the-box fighter holds an overall record of 14-0 with 13 finishes. What do you think? Does Payton Talbott have a future? Can he become a superstar despite his unconventional personality and appearance? Write your thoughts in the comments.
Derealization, 1 loss of connection with reality. 2 detachment. 3 disconnection from reality. 4 distortion of perception. 5 fragmentation of consciousness.